Hola, gracias por acompañarnos una vez más. Hoy nuestra invitada es Ana Valencia de White Glove Moving Storage and Delivery. Vamos a escuchar sobre una compañía de mudanza o consejos de cómo hacer la vida más fácil a la hora de mudarnos, qué hacer, qué no hacer para mudarnos, de muchas otras cosas que ellos colaboran con la comunidad, cómo nos ayudan a hacer la vida más fácil. Mudarse es complicado. A ver, mudarse es difícil, mudarse es un dolor de cabeza. No conozco a nadie que le guste tener que empacar y mudarse. Pero bueno, vamos a ver cómo se puede hacer más fácil eso, evitar errores, ya sea mudarnos local o internacional o a otro estado. Siempre, yo creo que los consejos valen para todos. Gracias por acompañarnos. Recuerde darle like si le gusta el video y recuerde seguirnos y darle un clic en la campanita para que no se pierda nuestros videos. Gracias. Comenzamos. Y llegamos y aquí tenemos a Ana Valencia. Vamos a ver, espérenme, déjeme ver cuál micrófono está. ¿En cuál Just hi.
Hello, hola.
Hoy vamos a hacer esto bilingüe. We will go in Spanglish.
Sí, ¿por qué no? Es mucho divertido.
Vamos a hacerlo en Spanglish para hablar con Ana Valencia de White Glove Moving Storage and Delivery.
Correct.
Tell me about you.
Yeah, so I have been in Florida para 20 años. 20 años y me encanta muchísimo. Pero with my company, 13 years.
13
años.
That's a long time.
Yes, good. It's good. And in my whole career, I've always been in industries that are predominantly male industries. Yeah, so in Michigan, and when I first came to Florida, my husband and I had a painting and stucco company.
Oh.
And in Florida, you know, we can have big storms, the hurricanes.
Yes.
¿Cómo se dice hurricane?
Huracán.
Hurricane.
Huracán.
Huracán.
Yeah.
Oh, it's vicious in both languages. And when we came to town, it was, the storms had just hit back in 2004. And so there was a lot of damage. And the waiting list for the stucco repairs and the painting was long. People were telling them, first, you got to get your roof. We're looking at 1+ years. And so the business was good. We came and we stayed. And unfortunately, that marriage didn't work.
Oh.
So he still has the company. No more painting. It's mostly specialty concrete. And then I found White Glove Moving and Storage. There were some other jobs in the middle, like selling wine. Oh, that was so tasty.
Oh, that has to be tempting.
Yes.
And you drink that wine?
All day. You know, you go to the first restaurant and you got a sample. From 9 o'clock all day, you just sample.
So you're drinking one the whole way.
It was a very good job for me. I was very good at it. It wasn't forever. It's a different lifestyle. So I'm happy to be with the White Glove team. And as I said, it's a lot of male-dominated industries.
Yes.
And I feel as though that helps me stand out from the pack.
Yes.
When you're engaging with customers or potential referral partners, like you and I are such good. Not only are you a customer, but you're a referral partner.
Yeah.
And it's important for the people that you meet along the way to know a little bit about what you do so they can say, oh, yes, I have a friend that does that. And then pass that contact information over so that we can be a resource. And so White Glove is headquartered in the Treasure Coast of Florida. And then we are an interstate agent with Beacons Van Lines. So I know you have listeners from all over the world, and chances are they've moved before. And
they will move again.
That's what we're hoping for in this conversation. Yes. And so one of the things that we embrace as a Beacons agent is that people are often making big changes. So they're not just necessarily moving locally. Sometimes you're moving to new countries or new states, and we can help facilitate that.
And I have to say this. I mean, I move couple miles and I move long distance, and I have clients who move local and move across the country or other countries.
Yeah.
And your guys pack everything so good. I know that. I mean, you said you've been 13 years with White Glove.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How you came across White Glove? How that happened?
Well, that's a good question, Yaz. I was actually working as a marketer for an international chemical valve manufacturer.
Jeez.
Yes. And so that's when I got out of the wine business, and I said, I guess I'm going to need a grown-up job that doesn't require drinking from 9 to 9 every day. And I had the privilege of working with this company that was headquartered in Vero Beach, and the owner wanted me to handle his marketing from the corporate headquarters and also serve as his executive assistant and be very active in the local community. So my relationship with the local chambers and the various networking groups as it pertained to those industries was really very active then. He wanted that company's brand to be on everything. We launched our own community give back award, all these fun things. And that worked out really well for a very long time. And then White Glove had an opportunity, and they said, we've never seen anybody like this girl, Anna, who's out there working, and we would love to give her this position. And with the international job, though I was headquartered out of Vero, there were big trips in store. That seemed very exciting. However, my son was quite young then. And so when this other job came up and I wouldn't have to leave for China or other places for weeks on end, I really did jump on the opportunity. I was blessed to have both, yet at that stage in my life, this was a better fit. And so they took me away, and I've been with them ever since.
13 años. 13 años. I will go in Spanish a little bit about what you say. 13 años con esta compañía. Vendía vino y tomaba de 9 a 9. Después con una compañía internacional, luego por su hijo, le ofrecieron esto que es mercadeo. Esta compañía está basada en la Costa del Tesoro. Trabajan a nivel nacional e internacional con asociaciones con otra compañía, pero por eso fue que llegó a White Glove. You're very active in the community.
Yeah.
You and White Glove in general are very supported in a lot of things in the community.
Sí.
How many words in Spanish you know, by the way?
Yo no sé, pero yo practica hoy.
I like that. You're very active in the community, really are. You support a lot of things outside. I mean, as a realtor, I know you support a lot of things with realtors and real estate.
Claro.
But you support a lot of things outside that. You support a lot of projects. You support the community in many ways.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
Yes, so we have a lot of passion projects, and I know that people say you should give and expect nothing in return. And that is true to some degree. I give happily of my time and the energy. Yet when a company is sponsoring those things, it's important that they feel that their marketing message is at least getting out and that the exposure is happening in exchange for those dollars to support the causes that whether the owner or the leadership at large is passionate about, it gets accomplished.
Well, y lo voy a decir, I will say that in Spanish and then I will ask you something in English. Porque, cierto, están apoyando a la comunidad, no es que esperan nada a cambio, pero sí esperan que por lo menos su mensaje, su nombre salga a la luz. And I have to say that something about when you sponsor anything.
Yes.
It is, yes, you don't expect anything in return per se, but if you don't get anything in return, you won't have more money to sponsor anything else.
Exactamente.
So
Mhm.
you have to get something there.
Yes. It has to feel like a win-win. And in my whole life, I love doing
Exactamente.
everything win-win. Everyone's winning. Initially, a lot of our passion projects started with food, comida.
Mhm.
Here in Florida, the price of living is going up fast.
Sí.
And the working people are suffering and are having a hard time often keeping up with the bills and then ultimately the cost of food.
Sí. Cierto.
So as a moving company, we can help
Mhm.
because when people are moving, they don't always take those non-perishable food items.
Ah.
And especially if they're moving to una estado nueva, estado nuevo,
Ajá.
Es todo weight.
Mhm.
It's all by the pound.
Sí.
So you don't want your pounds in canned goods. You're going to leave those behind and you're going to pay for your clothes, your furniture, your stuff.
Sí.
And so that was where I saw right away as a moving company, we could help. And we could take all those non-perishable items and make sure that we collected it and then take it to the food bank. And then that grew where we started doing large community food drives in addition to the donations.
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
Really, but you're right. I mean, the last thing you want to take is food.
You're starting from scratch. You have a new place. You're going to put in a new pantry. And so, yeah, it's an easy way that now the customer doesn't have to worry about where it goes. We take care of it. And in a couple of months, we have a lot to take all at once to the food bank, and then they sort it and make sure that it gets to the various pantries.
That's a good thing.
Yep. And that's where it started, like our initial first passion project that once I joined the team.
Okay. And now we
do so much more now.
You do so much more? Okay, you have 3 minutes to tell me, just name the other things you do.
So a lot of things that are related to the youth. Our movers are typically younger parents. So they have their kids in various sports programs or different community things, whether it be through church or what have you. So we always go to our employees first and support whatever they might be coming to us with, whether it's youth teams, you're sponsoring a team, or you're sponsoring a church vacation Bible school week, whatever that might be. But then as the youth pertains to the community at large, we focus a lot with like Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and groups like that, Boys and Girls Clubs. There's lots of times where they just need men with muscle to help. So the youth is a big focus. If we can make it work, we do.
And you have men with muscles.
I have 52.
52.
Ajá.
Hombres con músculos.
Exactamente. Y todo está guapo también. And then for our senior citizens, that's very important.
Yeah.
They need help with the moves. Their loved ones need help figuring out the logistics. We can help with all of that. We focus a lot on our veterans. We're proud of our country. We're proud of where we come from. And if we can help them, we do. And also the environment is another big focus for us. We sponsor Adopt-A-Roads, and we go out and do the road cleanups and beach cleanups. And you know, people want to move to places that are beautiful. And in order for something to be beautiful, we as citizens have to help make it stay that way.
Tenemos que cuidarlo.
Sí.
Para que algo esté bonito, hay que cuidarlo. So something stay beautiful, we have to take care.
Yeah.
That's very much what it is.
Yeah. And it's no one person. It's
no, somos
todos.
Muchos, somos todos, sí, no solo una persona.
Yeah.
Eso es cierto.
Yeah, exactamente.
With all people, and with all people, I know you guys did, because you did it for clients of mine, you pack.
Oh, yeah.
You help them to pack.
Yes.
No, it's not only carry on the boxes in and out. You can help to pack and unpack.
And the unpack, yes. And then take away the debris. And again, when we talk about the environment, we're big on the recycling aspect of what we can recycle once we're done with the move. And aside from doing just standard residential moves, we do a lot of commercial work too. So as new hotels are being built or new assisted living communities are being built, we often receive all those goods, and all those goods come in boxes with papers and so on. And so we can break all those down, properly recycle everything. And we know that we're making a big impact in that area as well.
See, I didn't know that part. New for me.
Yeah.
Estoy aprendiendo también. I'm learning too.
Yay.
I like that. I like that. Now, we're going into the next hour.
Okay.
Is 10:55 already.
Alrighty.
So we're going into the next hour. We will go into the news. We put in a song first, and then we go in next hour with the news, and we coming back to talk more about all the moving process and how we, as the moving, help the moving company to make it easy for everyone. Because moving is hard.
It's stressful.
It's stressful. It's awful.
Yeah, it's awful. She said. Not if you hire my company.
Exactly.
Hi.
Aquí con Ana Valencia de White Glove Moving, Storage and Delivery.
Yes.
Y estábamos hablando de que ustedes no solo ayudan a moverse, sino que empacan y desempacan. You not only moving boxes, you can help to pack, unpack, and all that in between.
Claro.
And I know that is a big thing for especially veterans.
Yes.
With people with disabilities.
Senior citizens.
Seniors. And I mean, you guys, and I will say that for self-experience, you guys pack so good, I don't even want to unpack that.
Just leave it like so beautiful. Mucho papel.
Mucho papel. Pero de verdad, you really pack so nice, so good. I was like, wow.
Oh, gracias. Gracias. Yeah.
I remember, I think it was last year, have this client who just have a back surgery.
Oh, okay.
You guys help it pack everything because the wife kind of is a senior citizen also. The wife kind of do it everything. She was taking care of him.
Yes.
So you guys went there, packed the whole house, move it 20 miles, unpack the whole house for them. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for trusting us with that. And yeah, I believe that my team does a great job in understanding what the customer needs. And not just the unpack. When we get you to the new place, we're putting together all the beds.
Yes.
We're putting back together the tables. And we even have some of our men who come back, maybe not that same day, depending on how big the move is, but maybe the next day. Or if we schedule it for a couple days out, whatever the customer wants, we hang all the pictures, we hang the TVs, we can hang all of those things.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so it really makes it nice because, especially if you're moving into a new home, there's a lot of new construction going on.
See.
And you don't want to hang a picture and then, oh, that's wrong. Let's take it out, do it again. You know, you want not a lot of holes, not a lot of issues. You want it done right the first time.
Oh, I didn't know that part. That's great. I like that.
It's very helpful.
Me gusta.
Yeah.
Me gusta mucho.
Bien.
And you recycle all those materials.
Yes.
How you recycle? I mean, because boxes, paper, I mean, cajas, papel, plástico. How you recycle all that? What you guys do with that?
Oh, we have a large recycling bin on property that compacts and the people come and pick it up once a week.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we pay for it and we cover those expenses, and it's not more to the customer, but it's the right thing to do.
I like that.
Yeah. And the other component about what we do that is different than some regular movers is the storage. Because you have people, a lot of folks that are listening that are in other countries. The further south we go, the more humid, the hotter it is. And you don't want your goods, especially here in South Florida, to just be in any kind of storage because things will melt, warp, wood will warp, and different things. So our storage is climate and humidity controlled.
No way.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, and so you have people that are collectors. They might have nice art or sentimental family photos, family furniture, those sorts of things. You want to know that they're going to be safe. And people use storage for a lot of reasons. Maybe it's just a couple of weeks. You're remodeling.
See?
Right now, real estate, unless it's the perfect scenario, some people are saying, I'll stay in my house and I'll put in new floors and I'll build a new room and just stay here. Well, if you do that, you still got to get everything up and out. So storage might be just a couple weeks, or you might be moving to another state. You don't know what neighborhood you want to be in. So then you say, hang on to my stuff. I'm going to go find where I want to be and then we'll move it. That's great.
Oh, you guys do that.
Yeah.
That's true. And you will send that when that person have the new address, you send that to the new address and have people help them put all the furniture together too.
Correcto mundo.
I like that.
Or new construction. New construction can go fast or it can go slow. So, if they sell their house quickly, then we might need to store those things for them. And that makes it really nice because if it's stored with us and say they get their renovations done faster or they get their CO at the new house quicker, then they call us and we can get that right away. There's no extra obstacles of going to another location. It's just all right there and we can get to work.
And also, if it's short, you leave it in the truck, right?
Yeah, if it's a night or two, we can just leave it in the truck. The less times you handle something, the less likely there is to be any issues. Now, my guys are great. We've been around for 23 años.
23
años. Mi compañía. But things happen. And, you talk about how good we pack. If you go the long distance, the roads, there's a lot of potholes. There's a lot of crazy drivers. So you want to know that everything's protected.
See.
Because you might have to slam on your brakes or you might have to veer. Whatever that scenario is, your stuff is safe.
And I have to say, because I have a big pain. My son painted for me on Mother's Day, I will say 25 years ago. And it's been with me everywhere.
Absolutely.
And you guys packed that so good. And it's perfect. And I was like, I don't even want to take it out.
I love it.
Things like that. And I am a collector. I have a lot of antiques in my house.
Oh, sure.
So those kind of things are fragile. And I have crystal, those things. So I'm talking for self-experience in a lot of ways. And I hate moving because it's a lot, it's hustle and all that.
It's a lot of work.
I don't know anyone who likes the moving. Nadie le gusta moverse.
Claro. It can be exciting.
Oh, no,
the idea is exciting, but the work of it is a lot. Or even just the changing the address and doing all the mundane stuff. You got to change your license and the things. I mean, there's a lot of things.
A lot of things in between. And what you do, I know you help with veterans. Let's talk about that.
Yes.
And I know we involved with veterans in a lot of ways, but how you guys help to the veterans?
There's so many ways that we help. There's a lot of programs here in the Treasure Coast of Florida that are veteran focused. So we help underwrite some of those programs. I also have my own radio show.
I know you do.
And
en English.
En English.
Ella tiene un radio show, pero en inglés.
Sí. Todo en inglés. Pero yo tengo 16 años.
16 años de radio show?
Yeah.
16 años de tener su propio radio show en inglés. Ajá. Wow, long time.
Yeah. And so I do a lot of work with the microphones at the different events for the veterans.
Yes.
So that's one way. However, if somebody comes to us and they say that they have a veteran in need, a veteran that needs help, or they have items they want to donate that needs to get to the veteran eventually, we also do a lot of in-kind services for our veterans. So a lot of free labor comes in handy, and if we can make it work on the calendar, we do it. So there's just a couple of ways that we support.
And I have to say this because I know we both together en National Veterans Alliance
Yep.
Con la Asociación Nacional de Veteranos, que es la que ayuda a relocación, a moverse, a los veteranos y a los del servicio activo. In that aspect, with the moving on the veterans and relocation or all that for veterans, we help a lot in that aspect too. But we know, I mean, a lot of veterans have PTSD and have all that.
Oh, yeah.
So the stress of moving for them sometimes is overwhelmed.
Yes.
Si para uno normal es estresante moverse, para un veterano puede ser aún más difícil. It can be more difficult for them because all those issues thing.
Oh, yeah.
So in that aspect, I know you guys help a lot to make it less stress possible.
Yeah.
But I have to say thank you because you do a lot of that free labor.
Yeah.
Ayudar a los veteranos en necesidad para y de a gratis. Gratis is free in Spanish.
Yep.
Is big. Es algo muy importante. Is big. We have a lot of veterans who doesn't have enough to pay for a moving or just when we donate, like con Habitat for Humanity, for example.
Yes.
I know you help with that too.
Yeah. Yo estoy ahí cada día.
Todos los días.
Todos los días. Our community is blessed. We do have a lot of very wealthy clients. And if they want to get rid of some things, it's not going to fit in their new house and their kids don't want it, we go ahead and donate it on their behalf. And so we're there at all of the Habitats for Humanity or thrift stores that support charities like that almost daily. Making sure that they get those items. And then sometimes they're earmarked for a veteran or for a special family in need. And those items might very well then just come back to our storage facility, climate, humidity controlled, and then we gather a lot of stuff and then bring it all at once. And so we've helped Habitat families, people that are in the program that are ready to move into their new home. We've helped some of that. We help with all the golf tournaments that they do. And help make a big dent into the funds that they raise. So yeah, there's so many ways that we can give back, and we know that it's not the same size fits all. Every situation is unique.
Cada situación es diferente y única. That's what I sometimes sound like, well, why to hire you? Okay, porque si yo los uso and I pay for and I can afford the service, that helped you to have funds to help the ones who cannot do it.
Sí.
Entonces, si yo pago por la mudanza, si yo les pago por el servicio que puedo pagarlo, eso le va a ayudar, es una manera de ayudar a los que no pueden. Y también me quita el estrés. Yeah. And I'm stress free because you take care of that.
Ella está muy inteligente.
Oh, you're so funny.
Hola, otra vez.
Y ya casi se nos acaba. It's 11:30 already.
Wow.
Hemos tenido a Ana por aquí por 1 hora. 1 hour you being around with us.
I love it. Es rápida.
Se va rápido, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Se va rápido el tiempo, yo sé. Se va bien rápido. One thing I want to ask you, because you talk about it. Climate, el clima.
Yeah.
I mean, in this country, we have from huracanes to snowstorms.
Yeah.
How you guys deal with all that?
Oh, my goodness. That is the stressful part on our end. there's no promises when it comes to the weather. And especially for our clients that are going a far distance in a move, it's all about communication. And we believe that's what separates us. Local, it's easy. You know, when we have the big storms, you communicate, people understand, they know we might have to push it back. The title and the closing agents, they're good about it because the state as a whole quickly puts in a state of
Emergencies
emergencies and stuff. So it allows for the contracts to be flexible on those date sensitive issues. We have to deal with it every year here, every year.
I know, right?
Yeah. However, it's about communication. When you're going cross country, yeah, you could run into black ice, snowstorms, you name it. And if you pick up the phone and your driver can communicate with the customer, this is what we've come upon. They shut down the highway. People understand so long as you communicate. And we have a good sized team, an office team and a team of movers that makes that possible.
Because I was like, okay, yeah, if you have all those storms, especially middle of the country or north, or northeast or northwest. In Florida we don't have snow, but
no.
Well,
it did snow in North Florida this past winter.
I know, right?
Right?
I know.
People are sending pictures. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, I have pictures of Panama's beach. All snow.
Tallahassee, all of it.
I know, right? I love it.
It's beautiful,
but it's
for a visit. Like, I saw one day.
Hola, adiós. Hola y adiós.
El mismo día, exactamente.
And how that part, communication.
Yeah.
How? What happened if somebody is away? You send that. I'm going in vacation. You take care of the moving.
A lot of people do that, you know.
Sí.
Yeah.
¿De verdad?
Yeah. Especialmente cuando una persona wants a larger delivery spread. It's a cheaper price, and then they can plan a vacation. That makes it really nice. We have plenty of people that do that. But we have some new software that's exciting. So when somebody calls and they book for the free estimate, and the estimate can be in person or it can be virtual using FaceTime or Zoom technology. We enter all the stuff into the system, and then the customer gets a text message and an email right away confirming everything, along with a picture of the person that's going to be FaceTiming them or going to their home, so they know in advance who they're meeting. And I think that is really a good safety feature, because a lot of the people we move are widows.
Oh, de verdad.
Yeah. At that stage in life, if your spouse passes, you're typically older, and now you don't need all that home, or the memories are too sad, or what have you. And so now you need it to be really safe. You need that customer to feel safe.
La seguridad es muy importante. Safety is very important.
So right away, they know who they're going to be meeting with. Then once they do the estimate and we send it over, the system tells us when the customer has read the contract or the agreement, and then when they have signed the agreement.
Cierto.
Yep. And then we can call them and just confirm all the details, set the dates. The week before their move, we check in. The day before their move, we check in. After the move takes place, we check in. And if they're going a long distance, while the drive is happening, the driver is checking in. So all the way around, there's a lot of touch points. So if anything is off or if anything changes, there's a way to catch it quickly and update.
Muy importante.
Muy importante.
Muy importante. And I'm saying this because especially if you're moving across the state or across the country or across the planet.
Yeah.
It's
big.
Yeah, we have a big planet.
It's a big planet.
We have people who is listening from Texas, from South America. We have people listening right now from Chile, Colombia, Peru, Brazil.
Hola, personas.
Hola, personas. Oh, I have a friend from Brazil who he speaks Portuguese.
Ooh.
And so when he is saying Spanish, he say hola, personas también.
Oh, yeah?
He's one of the biggest global realtors in Brazil.
Oh, wow.
And around the world, everybody know him because he literally goes everywhere.
Nice.
And his name is Joao. And he always carry on Brazilian flag. And when he come to Spanish, he's like, hola, personas.
Oh,
It's one of the few words he can say in
Right?
Spanish. I just remind me of him. Anyway, say I'm moving. I'm from Costa Rica. I'm moving to Costa Rica. You will do the same old emails, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
too?
yeah.
See?
Mhm, mhm.
See?
Yeah. And we don't do a lot of moves to Latin America the same way that we are doing to Europe. We do
Portugal.
yeah, es uno número uno
Ajá.
país ahora. América, Florida, a Portugal.
¿De verdad?
Mhm,
That's interesting. I
mhm,
know a lot of people is moving to Portugal.
mhm.
Cierto.
Yeah, they're very friendly to the Americans.
You fala portugués?
No. Pero posible en la futura.
En el futuro.
En el futuro.
Sí.
Mhm.
Habla portugués en el futuro.
Yeah. Mhm.
Ajá.
¿Cómo no?
What is, because we it's 11:40 already, so we almost done, but tell me, what is one of the biggest advice you will tell people who is moving to make it easy?
Yeah, I would say my number one tip is that if you haven't used it in over a year, you're not going to use it. Yeah.
I like that one.
Mhm. Es la verdad.
Si no lo ha usado en un año más, no lo va a usar.
Yeah, and so it's easier to just, a lot of customers might not pack, but they do want to sort. They want to figure out, I'm going to take this to this house. I'm going to give this to my kids. And so when you're making those piles, that's the thing you need. If I haven't used it in a year, I don't need it. I can give it to somebody else. And that's probably a good idea.
See?
It would save you a lot of time and effort. It brings down the cost of your moving bill. It makes somebody else happy. That would be one of my biggest tips. Also, if you are going to pack yourself, and a lot of people like to pack because now they've organized, so then they think, I might as well put it in the boxes. Don't forget to label your boxes.
No se le olvide poner el nombre o poner algo afuera de las cajas que diga qué es. So tell todas las cajas, see what is inside.
Yeah.
So it's not like a Pandora box when you open it.
Exactamente. Yeah, because, and then like the movers, once we can see, if we didn't pack it, then we can see what it is and then make sense as to which room to put it. Because our job isn't just, unless you tell us, put everything in the garage. Our job is to put it into the space that we think it goes. So if you label it with what's inside and master bedroom, it makes the job that much faster for the movers.
That's true. So, yeah, kitchen, bedroom, one bedroom,
then
two,
that's where
office.
they're going to put it. And if you don't want us to unpack, that's okay. Now the boxes are at least in the space, though.
So you don't have to be carrying heavy boxes from from wherever to wherever.
Right, because they're going to be heavy.
Sí.
That's why you hired the movers.
Son pesadas.
Yeah.
Son pesadas. Yeah, that can hurt your back.
Yeah.
And the movers make it look so easy.
So easy.
They just go boom, 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 boom. And I was like, sí, how they do that?
I don't know.
Y no es fácil. Son cajas pesadas. Ellos lo hacen ver fácil, pero no es fácil. So, label the boxes. Póngale nombre a la caja. Y si no lo ha usado en más de un año, put it aside and give it away, donate it, throw it in the garbage, whatever you want to do, but just don't carry on with you.
Yeah, it'll make you feel more excited in your new space.
And that way he'll help you clear also. Like I the Orientals and Chinese and all that is more about give the all so you can bring the new things and you let the new energy come out.
Absolutely.
The new energy, good things come in when you leave the all and you give away or throw away whatever is not work for you anymore. So that's how they do it.
Yeah. Start fresh.
Exactly.
A little bit of starting fresh.
Yes.
However, we all have pieces that we love and that we must take with us. Like your painting from your son, that is so sweet.
I carry on that for like 25 years
Forever.
already.
It's priceless.
It is different.
And so there's always going to be that.
And what beside that, what is the biggest mistake you see people or you hear the movers say the people do? What is the biggest mistakes besides label the boxes?
Well, I think the biggest mistake is that people put things in baskets and different vessels that don't have a top.
Oh.
And if that happens, it's a problem because now you can't stack it.
Ah, pues sí.
So a lot of times you get these sweet customers and they have a lot of baskets or a lot of containers that don't have lids, and they put everything in it and they say, okay, here you go. And then we have to redo it or figure out solutions, maybe lay some flat boxes to be able to then be able to stack it, because without it, the truck is meant to be designed where things are still going on top of each other, not just everything lay on the floor and then you can't get any more layers.
Yeah.
Then we need a lot of trucks.
Sí, es cierto. Tiene sentido. Makes sense. Yeah, because, the whole idea is to stack and fill it up one truck and move.
Yeah.
And usually, how big or how many movers or how...
Yes, that's part of the estimate. When we're doing the estimate, we're thinking it's going to take 3 men, 5 hours, a 26-foot truck, a 33-foot truck, a 14-foot truck, based on the size of the space. And, also when we're doing the estimate, and one of the things that people that think that they can move themselves and last minute might call a professional mover is that they think that they can get a big truck in, and then big, beautiful trees prevent them from bringing in a big truck. And last minute, they have to call a mover to say, help me. And so you have to do what is called a shuttle, and you use the smaller trucks, then bring it out and put everything in the bigger truck.
Oh, you have to oh yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, some of the communities have big, beautiful trees, and it makes it impossible to bring in a semi-truck or a large, tall truck. You have to use the smaller ones.
Never thought about that.
Yeah, that's an emergency call we get a lot.
Yeah. Parece mentira. And I will translate that porque es importante.
Yeah.
Que muchas veces hay árboles grandes todos que ocupan un camión grande y no puede pasar por los árboles. Entonces tienen que llamar un camión pequeñito para sacar las cosas y luego ponerle en el grande. So you have to pack in the small one, then put it on the big one. And that will cost you money.
It's an extra layer.
Eso nunca lo había pensado.
Yeah.
Never thought about that. Es interesante.
Realidad.
Es una realidad. Se ve divino, el árbol grande, se ve precioso.
Oh, me encanta, ¿verdad? Es bonita, pero es difícil.
Es difícil para moverse.
Yeah.
Eso, no ponerle la etiqueta o ponerle nombre a las cajas. Empacar, si usted empacar todo cerrado para que puedan poner uno encima de otro. Y I saw one mistake I did.
Oh, okay.
It was my first move like 3 years ago. Not my first move, but my first in long time is I read a lot. So I have a lot of books. Books are heavy.
Yes.
And I put it in I put it in a big box. Yeah. And the first thing he's like, and you think we carry on that? Look at that. No, we have to put it in small boxes because it's heavier. I never thought about that until he said it. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, hello.
The average book box filled with books, the small, weighs about 50 pounds.
Exactly. But he's like, that's
then yours weighed like 500 pounds.
It was like 300 pounds. And he's like, that's heavier than your table. And I was like, I never thought about that, but yeah, makes sense. And he was like, no, we have to pack that in small boxes. It's 300 pounds right there. And I was like, oh.
That's good advice.
Pack the heavy things in small because are heavier.
Yes.
So it's not like they will carry on 500 pounds at once.
And when we come out, typically, and on our website, we have like a little chart. and it shows you what each of the boxes are good for. So the smaller boxes are good for the books, the canned goods, the stuff that weigh more. And then your larger, as you get a little bit bigger, is better for your pots and pans, your comforters, your lampshades.
Like comforts, like my dresses in a big box, they don't weigh that.
Right, so exactly. But you can fit a lot in there.
Exactly. Tell me about it. My shoes.
Yaz has a lot of dresses and shoes, amigos. Ella tiene muchísima.
Me gustan los zapatos y me gusta la ropa.
Yeah, ¿cómo no?
Sí, tengo bastantes. Me di cuenta de eso en la última vez que me moví. I realized last time I moved, I have too many clothes.
Oh, no.
I have a lot of clothes.
¿Es posible?
No. Pero creo que sí tengo suficientes. I don't think I have to go shopping anymore.
At least not right now.
No. Por ahora, mejor no. Creo que no ocupo.
Yeah.
I literally, when I start organize my closet again, I was like, oh my God.
Pero yo necesito los todos.
Pero no puedo, no. Every time, like once a year, I literally can't check my closet and I'm like, okay, I don't need this, I don't need this. I donate it. But I have really nice clothes.
Yes.
Like I was like, no, these ones stay, and they still fit me. Literally, I have couple weeks ago, I have a baby shower, and the dress I was wearing is 35 years old, and it's still nice.
Nice.
No, 25 years old. But it's still nice.
Quality is quality.
Exactly. So that's the problem. I have clothes to forever.
And I say that that's exactly what translates in the moving world. It's quality.
Sí.
You pay for what you get.
Usted paga por lo que recibe.
Ajá.
Usted paga por calidad, recibe calidad. Si usted paga por algo barato, nosotros decimos en español, lo barato sale caro. If it's cheap, at the end will be expensive and you pay more.
Yeah.
Porque si es barato, lo más seguro no va a ser bueno, de buena calidad, o va a ser, will be like bad quality, or no, you won't get the right service, or you won't get insurance.
The headaches.
Something as simple as insurance.
The valuation protection.
The valuation protection. You guys do that.
Yes. And it's an option.
Yes.
It is not required. In the United States, it's 60 cents per pound. It's all that the federal government says we have to pay you if something breaks as a licensed and professional moving company. That's all. Mm-hmm. So if your chair is a cute, lightweight chair and it only weighs 3 pounds and somehow it breaks and it can't be repaired, we only owe you $1.80.
And can be $100 chair.
Correct. And so the valuation protection allows you to have an umbrella over all of your items, that whether it's a very expensive single chandelier or the entire shipment, just like insurance on your car, we're first going to try and repair it. And we're going to repair it at no cost to the customer, even though there's a deductible.
Yes.
Because we are here for 20-something years. We believe in doing right. And if it was our issue, then we want to fix it. Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing. But then if it cannot be repaired, and those are few and far in between, let me tell you, but there's big storms and people still have to get out and something might get wet, or, things can happen.
Things happen. Yes.
And whatever the expectation is of the customer, we execute. And so there is valuation protection. That's an option. We always recommend it, even for local moves, because all it takes is one wet ramp and carrying something down. And if the customer didn't pack it themselves, we can't protect it. Mm-hmm. That full valuation can only be done if we pack it.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Because people don't know. Sometimes they put heavy things on top of light things.
Sí.
They put heavy shoes on top of designer purses, and then it gets wrinkled and they say, look it, you did this and but you packed yourself.
Yeah.
We should have put the shoes first, and then the purse is on top of the shoes. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I completely understand that.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Happens.
But especially for those bigger items, to know that you can have a valuation protection, it does create even more peace of mind. Just like when you get in your car, you want to know you're going to be protected.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and with that, we
did it.
We did it. We
And
don't.
it's so fun.
It was fun. Thank you.
And we're both wearing matching colors.
I know, right?
We got the memo.
We got the green memo.
I love it.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you take the time to be here. Thank you for share this bilingual type of thing.
Los Spanglish.
El Spanglish. Gracias, de verdad, gracias por acompañarnos, gracias por estar aquí, gracias por sacar el tiempo para venir y hablar sobre todo lo que es moverse, moving, por todo lo que implica el traslado de cosas, así de simple. De verdad que sí, muchas gracias. So tell me just one last thing before you say bye. How they contact you.
Oh, yeah. Please check out our website. It's whitegloveusa.com. And from there, you can call us. You can click on our social media. I have a checklist for moving. You can put checklists. If you're moving, no matter where you are, you'll find it helpful. And there's videos and fun things. And my name is Anna, and you can get to me right from there. whitegloveusa.com.
Thank you again.
Thank you, Yaz. You're one of a kind.
Thank you. Bye. Gracias a todos. Los dejo y ya nos vamos. Hasta mañana.